I call the member for Fraser.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Last Saturday it was my pleasure to join a group of men who were riding for the Jodi Lee Foundation Ride for a Little Black Dress from Canberra to Melbourne. The ride set off from the forecourt of Parliament House and among the leaders were Nick Lee, the husband of the late Jodi Lee, who died 2 years ago, his friend Andrew Poole, cancer doctor David Rangier and ACT Chief Minister Katy Gallagher. It was a sunny day, but we were speaking about one of the darkest topics in Australia. One of my favourite writers, Christopher Hitchens, died of cancer recently, and before he died he did a couple of extraordinary interviews with Lateline's Tony Jones, and in one of them he described his cancer. He said, well, obviously it can't have emotions, and as far as we know it can't see. It is a being. The thing is, it can't have a life of its own, but it is an alien, and it is alive as long as I am. Its only purpose is to kill me. It's a self-destructive alien. He went on to say, having something living inside you that is entirely malevolent and that wishes for you, or doesn't wish for, but is purpose to encompass your death. And keeping company with this is a great preoccupation. Once you think about it like that, it's hard to unthink it. And Christopher Hitchens' experiences are sadly so common for Australians across the country. Bowel cancer claims 5,000 victims a year, one every 2 hours. Each of them is someone's loved partner, a wife, a mother, a friend, in the case of Jodi Lee. And for many of us, I think the natural inclination would be to retreat into our own inner sadness. But there's something wonderful about a group of blokes who, when faced with the scourge and the death toll of bowel cancer, decide that the best thing they can do is to put on little black tutus and ride from Canberra to Melbourne. There's something funny about it, and there's something that fits the country which downed weapons on Christmas Day, World War I, to play a game of soccer with the other side. The ride for the Little Black Dress, by all accounts, is going well. I confess to this House that my participation was limited to 2 laps of the forecourt. I'm sure the Parliamentary Secretary at the table would have done a little further, but I, unlike he, am not such a cyclist. They have, however, now ticked off day 4. According to their Twitter feed, 145 kilometres finished in 29-degree temperature. Tired boys, but they're tackling Mount Buller tomorrow. Because, Deputy Speaker, they've decided that if you go riding from Canberra to Melbourne, you shouldn't take the Hume, you should go over the mountains. This is an extraordinary bunch of blokes, 21 of them, making the second ride this year, the first ride attracting 14 men last year. They're riding to raise money to fight bowel cancer, but also to raise awareness. We know that early detection does save lives, and that if diagnosed, early bowel cancer is 90% curable. And we know that testing is important. The government currently funds the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program to check on people aged 50, 55 and 65. And individuals who want to do a test for around $37 can obtain one from a community pharmacy, and that includes the cost of treatment. It is important also for those considering getting tested to know, and there's no other way of putting this, getting tested for bowel cancer doesn't involve having anything put up your bottom. And this is important if we are to raise screening rates for bowel cancer. I commend the ride for the Little Black Dress, the enthusiasm and energy that those who've organised it have put into the activity, and their commitment to making sure that research and early detection of bowel cancer are a priority, and that we as Australians do everything we can do to reduce the impact of bowel cancer on our community.